What's up, everyone? This is Anthwon Thomas with another podcast episode of High Value Agent, where we inspire people to create a better life through real estate. And we're going to hop right into it because the fourth quarter is going to be a very important quarter for your business. And I'm going to break down how you can have a breakthrough and set up your next year with full momentum, with full steam of momentum. Okay. So, how many of you guys are ready for a breakthrough? I mean, at the end of the day, we are now approaching the end of the year, and maybe you've had a good year. Maybe your year wasn't as good, right? Maybe you had a breakthrough. Maybe you're still waiting for that breakthrough. For my people who are still waiting for the breakthrough, still looking to get that momentum, like, are you ready for that? Okay. Because what I'm going to break down is going to give you that opportunity if you do the work. Now, what if I told you that that breakthrough or that gift is being handed to you right now? What if I told you the breakthrough that you're wanting, aka the gift, is being handed to you right now? An opportunity to have a major breakthrough in your business and life will happen in the next 60 days or less. How many of us get excited when we hear how close we are to breaking through and having a major positive shift in our lives? Okay. And again, I'm talking about in the next 60 days or less. That's when your breakthrough could actually take place, could actually turn into fruition. All right. And it is exciting, right? So, the gift that I'm referring to that's going to give you the breakthrough is your competition. It's your competition. Let me tell you a quick story about how I was able to take advantage of the other agents that were in my market taking days off. And through the work that I did and my focus and my desire, I was able to make the money that completely changed the trajectory of my life. I was able to build the skills that allowed me to have the confidence that I needed to have an incredible next year, right? Because I built the momentum in the fourth quarter. So the fourth quarter for me is near and dear to my heart. So let me break that down for you. Let me share a story with you. So back in 2016, the first fourth quarter of my career when it comes to real estate, I was actively calling my sphere of influence and I was generating internet leads. Okay. So I was calling my SOI, I was generating Facebook leads, and I was posting on Facebook consistently. As a matter of fact, 4 times a day was my business plan. It was I'm gonna post on Facebook 4 times a day, right? I was posting motivational stuff, right? 1 time a day. I was posting a career focused post. I was posting a family related post, and I was posting a hobby related post. And that was my plan as far as social media goes every day. I was extremely motivated. I was committed. And by the way, going through that fourth quarter, it was one of the hardest times I've ever had in my career. The things that I experienced, right? The loneliness, the falling and over and over and over and over again, right? And getting back up and figuring it out as I was going. It was one of the hardest times of my career. I was extremely busy. I had no help. I had no support, right? All my clients were motivated. So thank God they were all motivated. And that meant that I was showing a lot of, because I was majority buyers at that time. I was showing all my buyer clients homes. And I felt like, and by the way, if you want to know how many buyer clients I had at the time, it was between, in those 3 months, I typically had between 10 to 15 active buyers through that 3 month stretch. And they were motivated, and I was showing properties all across the state. It felt like I was having car problems. It was bad, right? And I'm a big believer in high level customer service. So through me being so busy and having no support and having motivated clients, I was stretched very thin, trying to keep up with that level of service for every single client. And there was a lot of sacrifice. I was working 7 days a week, right? I was doing the work. In that fourth quarter, because I did not give up, right? I was relentless. I kept going. I averaged 5 to 6 closings per month in Q4, my first fourth quarter in my career. November and especially December was my key to set me up for a huge January, right? We always go into the new year with these big ambitions and goals, and November and December of my quarter four really set me up to have an incredible January as well. Like I remember being extremely active generating in September, October, November, and December. I had a few easy ones come to me, right? Like sometimes we have business that will fall in your lap. I call that the law of reciprocity. When you are doing the work, when you're providing value, when you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you're going to fall into some easy ones. I actually had two new clients tell me that the person they were originally working with or thinking of hiring wasn't available. And since I was available, since I was active, I got their business. Easy, easy work. Just being available, just being focused and working hard literally got me a few clients because the other agent wouldn't answer the phone or the other agent was took the quarter off, right? Because naturally in some of your markets, especially in our market, there's a thing called seasonality. And in the fourth quarter in our market, we see transactions or closings drop by 15 to 20%, right? And I think a lot of agents kind of they understand that and they just say, well, if there's going to be less closings, I might as well not work hard. Literally, just from me having an opposite mentality, I was able to garner business. So just by being focused, being available, working hard, that fourth quarter changed my life forever. Not only financially, but mentally, because it was a huge boost of confidence in me, right? It was a huge challenge that I was able to overcome. Now I'm able to look back and say, I was able to get through that. I can get through anything. So I have a question for you. What if you were able to make 30K in a quarter? What if you were able to make 90K in a quarter? How could that help you? What if you were able to make, or let's say close instead of one deal a month, you're now in the fourth quarter able to close 3 to 5, 5 to 6, 7 to 8. You have an opportunity, a great opportunity right now to be able to do that. Okay. So I want you to identify how many deals will it take to change your life or speed up your progress towards your big picture goals, like towards your vision. How many deals does it take to really speed up that process for you? Get clear on that. Write that down. Okay. And understand to keep it simple. Put the work in now so you can actually enjoy your holidays, your Thanksgiving, your Halloween, your Christmas, whatever it may be that you celebrate. Make sure you are putting the work in now so that you can actually enjoy your time off for the holidays. Because even though transactions in your market, they may drop by a percentage due to seasonality, I'm here to tell you closings are happening every single day. Every day there are closings happening. When the market crashed back in '08, 2009, 2010, there were still closings happening every single day. During the holidays, there's still closings happening every single day. So don't use that excuse to say, I'm not going to do the work. People are buying and selling in October, November, December, and January. But the number of agents, AKA your competition, their working capacity decreases by 50 to 60%. So naturally, your chances of success and making money should increase just naturally. So take the time, and this is something that I do every year. Take the time. I want you to look at your calendar And I want you to get very clear, and you can do this with your family. Get very clear on how many days you're going to work in October, November, and December. Okay. How many days are you going to commit to work in October, November, and December? Put that on your calendar, whether it's Google Calendar or Outlook, whatever it may be. Put that on your calendar, your off days. And in the days that you're going to work, you need to be extremely productive on those days. Prospecting, lead follow up, okay? Organizing and reviewing your business plan, building your skills, not only in business, but also personal development, okay? And the most important ingredient is taking action, taking the action consistently. When you truly put the work in, your holiday time off with family and friends is so much sweeter. You don't have any feelings of guilt. There's no faking the funk, pretending that, oh, I've been working this hard and doing great, right? There's no feeling of personal letdown because you put the work in, right? You earn that time off. Now, conversely, you can not put the work in, then your time spent with friends and family is going to be very difficult because you are literally spending time with the exact people that you let down from not taking the actions that you need to be successful. Mm. You will literally be spending time with the exact people that you let down because you did not take massive inspired action to be successful, let alone bills are still due. You got, if you celebrate Christmas or if you have any birthdays or anything going on during the holidays, typically people are spending money. Don't be that person. Don't be the one who feels guilty. Be the one who can actually be present with your family during the holidays because you earn the right to do so. You committed and executed and was a leader for your family and did the work that allowed you to be present with your family, not stressing about money, not stressing or feeling guilty that you are faking the funk. You earn that. Okay. So either you're going to earn to feel good or you're going to earn to feel guilty. Both are going to be tough. You choose your hard. You have such an opportunity to break through. Okay. I've done podcasts already up to this point, breaking down some of the core activities that you should be doing day to day, whether it's the fourth quarter or the first quarter or the third quarter. I've talked about that. Prospecting. Literally, a day not prospected is a day not worked. Like your daily commitment should be to find someone to employ you that day. Because every single day, or every single evening, when you lay your head on that pillow and you close your eyes to go to sleep, okay? If you didn't find somebody to employ you that day, that's on you. Because when you wake up the next morning, you automatically default to zero. And now you got to find somebody else to employ you. That's the mindset you have, right? Every single day you chip away. Every single day you recommit. Every single day you do the work that most people are not willing to do, especially in the fourth quarter. So this is the key. If you want to have an incredible fourth quarter, more importantly, if you want to have an incredible next year, 2025 would be, we're currently in 2024. If you want to have an incredible 2025, the way you start your year is going to be the way you end your year. And if you don't have momentum that carries into the new year, is going to be tough. It's going to be tough to have a new or a great breakthrough 2025. Okay. So that's the key. That's the key. As you are going through this process, you're probably going to feel the way I felt, especially if you don't have a strong environment around you. When I say strong, let me define that. It's having an environment of people who are like-minded around you, which is very difficult to find. It's very, very hard to find. Okay. Especially in our industry, is very difficult. I think it's became easier over the years because you have social media and you have, different platforms where you can connect with people all across the planet, right? But as you're going through this process, it's going to be very lonely because you have big commitments. You are going against the grain. You are working to be exceptional, which could rub other people the wrong way because your growth and the things that you're doing on a consistent basis probably makes the people in your current environment uncomfortable because they start to feel like they're inadequate. So, as you're going through this process, this climb of building momentum, I highly recommend doing the best you can to feed your mind with positive information, with positivity. Make sure that during this process, you're not paying attention to negativity or the news or any of that. A great thing you can do is maybe find a good book, right? Find someone who maybe does have a very similar focus as you and mastermind with them. Set up some accountability with that person or persons. Stay away from, and this one is controversial. Stay away from the distractions. Hey, come hang out with us tonight. We're gonna watch the football game, or we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, right? Knowing that the next morning you have a mission and a focus to get up early, execute on your morning ritual so that you can get a step closer to your dreams. So you may have to tell that person or those people, no, I can't make it. Like, I'm saying this because it's serious. Like, this is literally what I had to do. During that fourth quarter, I didn't see a lot of my friends. I didn't see a lot of people because I was on a mission. I was on a mission to be able to get out of the position that I was in and break through. And thank God I did it. Most of the time, people, and that was my first year in real estate. Gosh, if I did not do what I ended up doing, I don't even know if I'd be in the business right now. I had to do the hard stuff and live like nobody else. So today I can live like nobody else. You have to do the same thing. It's the season of life that you're currently in, especially in today's economy and today's real estate climate. It requires you to level up. It requires you to sacrifice more. Sacrifice the I'm not going to go to the bar and take shots with my friends. I'm not going to stay up late watching a Netflix show, right? That's literally going to do nothing to benefit my life. No, I'm not going to play video games all night. No, I'm not going to do XYZ, ABC, elemental P because I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission. And the fourth quarter is the most critical time to make sure that you are focused and you're committed. Okay. Critical. I think this is the most important time of the year. I think like right now, fourth quarter is the most important time of the year. That's where the champions are made. And there are going to be people who don't get it. That's not your problem. There are going to be people that talk behind your back as you're going through this process. It's not your problem. There are going to be people who don't believe in you, or they believe what you're doing is not going to actually get you or yield you the result that you want. It's not your problem. The media is going to purport that buyers should not buy right now, or sellers should not sell right now. Everybody should stay put, or you have the election and all this distractions going on. And most agents are going to look at that and be like, yeah, there's nothing I can do, right? I'm just going to be a victim of all this. That's not you. And that's not your problem. Because during that process, this process, in those times, you can control what comes out of your mouth and what goes into your brain. You can control what you consume when it comes to growth. You can increase your skill set in how to have an intelligent dialogue with a buyer that's concerned about interest rates or that's concerned about the election. You can literally grow your skill set to comfortably break down and explain to a buyer in an intelligent way that compels them to take a step forward, whether that's getting more clarity on their situation or just them making a decision that they're comfortable with, right? You can control that. You can't control what the media outlets purport. Okay. There's going to be people who feign or pretend to be supporters, but behind your back, that they're not really, they probably hope that you don't make it and that, oh, you can't make it to the party. Okay, cool. I hope it doesn't work out for you. They probably won't say it to your face. Man, I've been there. I've been there. I say all that to say this is going to be a lonely process for you in the fourth quarter. Okay. It's going to be a lonely process. Get committed, get clear on the days that you're not going to work. Make sure that every single day that you decide to work, you prospect and you do your lead follow up. Get very clear on the number of conversations, the minimum number of conversations you need to have every single day that will move your business forward. Okay. I would highly recommend, if you can, look around. Is there somebody you connect with? Is there someone you can connect with that can hold you accountable, that can support you through this lonely time, through this uncomfortable process? Heck, reach out to me. I'll be happy to support you through this process. But look around. Do you got somebody maybe in your brokerage, maybe on your team, maybe in your market, and you see them doing the right stuff, doing the hard stuff that you could connect with and maybe support each other through that? Or maybe somebody on Facebook. It doesn't matter. Try to find someone, okay? And then have a personal development plan every single morning as you're going through this process, whether it's reading a book or meditation or working out, or it could be anything like that. But what could you do every single day to fill your cup up, to take on the challenges of the day? Figure that out. And if you do this every single day, you will have an incredible fourth quarter. You will build up an incredible pipeline of business. You will set yourself up to have full momentum going into the new year. And you will have, if as long as you keep the principles and you keep doing what I'm talking about now, you apply it every single day, your next year will be incredible. You just keep building on that. And then that's what we call breakthrough. So I'm gonna put a bow on this. I think this is a good one because it's relevant due to the time that we're in right now. We have, if you're going to be doing business planning for the new year, I recommend doing it in September or October, right? I talked on one of my previous podcasts about we're in a 90-day world. So if you have plans to do more business next year or sustain your business or maybe even do less business, whatever it may be, you need to have a plan. I recommend having that plan and start executing on that plan no later than October or the end of October. Have that plan be and have that ready to go, right? So if you didn't watch that podcast, that episode, I recommend watching that because I think that plus this, you tie it together, it's going to really break everything down for you clearly. So I'm going to put a bow on this one. Y'all be strong, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.